Hello, my name is Felix. This is my brother. He's called Francis. We live in a rainforest in Cameroon.
Felix and Francis are growing up on the slopes of Mount Cameroon in West Africa. It rains a lot here. In fact, it has one of the highest rainfalls in the world. Within the rainforest, there are countless different kinds of plants and animals. But the forest is also home to thousands of people. Felix and Francis live in a small house on the edge of the rainforest. And almost every day, they go into the forest.
Francis and I often come to collect firewood. It's easy to find wood here, but it's hard work to chop it all up and carry it home. We live with our great-grandmother. Every day she prepares and cooks our food for us. Today, she's grating up some yams, which she grew in the forest. Then she cooks the grated yam in leaves, which are also from the forest. There are still lots of trees around here, because there aren't that many people cutting firewood in this area. We live in Bwando village, but quite far away from the other houses. We do all our cooking on the open fire. So that's why Francis and I have to collect firewood every day. We don't need knives and forks because we eat with our fingers. The language we speak is based on English. We call it Pidgin English.
I like the forest.
I like living in the forest because almost anything will grow here. And when you dig into the ground, you are sure to find something you can eat. Sometimes we go deep into the forest. My brother Francis is only 10 years old and quite inexperienced, so I take him along to show him the different kinds of plants and animals that you can find inside the forest.
This is what we use for toothbrush in the rainforest.
If you poor man will not get money, you not get money for buy toothbrush with toothpaste.
People here use the chewing sticks because we can't afford to buy a toothbrush or toothpaste. That's why we like the sticks.
And if you go bush,
anyone who goes to the forest and returns without a chewing stick in their mouth, you think they don't clean their teeth properly. If we want to eat meat, we have to catch small animals ourselves, so we often set traps. Francis is still learning how to make a trap, and I'm showing him what to do. We build the trap out of sticks. Then we get a branch from the tree that bends. This will spring up to snare the animal into a loop of wire. This stick is for back. For back. The trigger is very delicate, so we have to be careful when we set it. When the trap is finished, we then hide it with the leaves, and for bait we use banana.
I like to set trap for inside the forest.
I like the forest because I can set my traps and we find things we can eat here. I also like the forest because we can play here, and it's where animals live. If there was no forest, there would be no wild animals. Every few weeks in our region, there's a special dance. It's a very old tradition, and it's all about the forest. I like to watch the men eating raw yams, which are really bitter, to prove how strong they are. The most important dancers are the elephants, which we call Njoku. There used to be many real elephants around here, and we still honor them by this dance. This dancer we call Moseki. It's a kind of clown. The elephants are the strongest animals in the forest, but in this dance they can also be quite gentle. Our region used to be covered with forest, but lots of the trees have already been cut down for timber or to make way for plantations. On this plantation, quite near my home, the trees are for palm oil. On another one, also nearby, they grow tea for exports. It will make me sad if more of the forest is cut down, because that would drive away the animals. My mom says that when she was young, there were chimpanzees here that would come right up to the front door. If the forest was cleared, I'd be so angry because I want to live in the forest when I grow up. What will happen to me when I'm older if I don't have wood to build my own house? At school, we like to play football, but we also have classes in subjects like mathematics and geography. Today, we are studying the dangers facing the rainforest.
So, in a nutshell, deforestation is the destruction of the natural environment. So, what do you think are the reasons we cut down the trees or we deforestate the forest? Yes?
For farming.
For farming, good. Give her a clap. What other reason? Yes?
For timber.
For timber, give me a clap.
It's good to preserve the forest because some of our trees are very useful. Near where I live, we use the bark of the African cherry tree as a cure for fever. They say it even works against cancer. The bark regrows, so this cutting doesn't kill the tree, and there are lots more medicines from the forest. This plant here can be used for treating eye pain. First, you look for the buds.
You cut 2 for the one. You look again the one.
There's one here.
One will never burn. You cut 2 again for them.
And 2 here.
If you don't cut the 2, if you take them, you squeeze them, so you squeeze them.
Then you squeeze out the juice.
Squeeze them, water no come out there. You take and you chook their head for water.
You can also add some water.
If you make for the money eye.
The juice can then be used as an eye drop, and this should stop the eye pain.
Drop inside your eye. The eye go. You go well.
It rains a lot here, and then there's not much Francis and I can do except stay around the house. But the rain usually clears up quickly. Francis and I don't stay in the forest all the time. Sometimes we go into the local town. Today, I've come to take part in the wrestling, one of our favorite sports in Cameroon. Now it's my turn. I've already won a few times here, so today I think I'm in with a good chance. Almost every day, Francis and I come into the forest. I always check to see if an animal has been caught in one of my traps. Often there's nothing, but sometimes I'm lucky. This animal is a small deer and is very clever. If you don't know how to set a trap properly, you'll never be able to catch it. I was very excited when I first caught an animal like this. I've set lots of traps, but it still thrills me when I get a catch.
I'm still glad for since I catch him.
Sometimes we walk a long way into the forest. It's taken us hours to get here. I like the rainforest because you can find almost everything you need here, like food and medicines and water. I'm not sure what I want to do when I grow up, but I guess it will be something to do with the rainforest.